single user, multi.
Yeah, types of
OS, single user OS,
OS.
multi-user.
Yeah, types of OSs and types of hardwares, right? And we discussed about the Linux and flavors of the Linux, right? And discussed about the Linux and yeah. So which OS we are using for this course? We are using for this course is CentOS 9. CentOS 9. So today we will discuss about the real-time environment. What is those, guys? Real-time. So real-time environments, right? So what are the real-time environments? So we'll discuss today, guys. Okay.
కదీస 1 2 3 నలుగురు మేమే ఉన్నాం 5 ఆమె రాజశేఖర్ ఒక్కడే ఇక.
Yeah, guys. Yeah. So the real-time environments, right? So what are the real-time environments? You already know the SDLC, right, guys? So what is SDLC? Software Development Life Cycle. So what are those that requirement and analysis, planning, building, and testing and deploying finally, right? So this is nothing but a SDLC. Yeah. So analyze. So analyze, plan, build, test, deploy. So what is, guys? Analyze, plan, build, test, deploy. So in this build, who will take care of this build? Development team. So development team will develop the code. So development team will develop the code, right? They need to test it in the development environment. What is this? So this is the dev environment. So what is this? Dev env. So development environment. So this environment is for the developer to test the application. So this is the development environment. So this is nothing but a testing environment. So in the testers, right, the testing people also will validate the changes in the testing environment. Testing environment or QA or integration environment. So this is nothing but a QA or a integration environment. This is a QA or integration environment. Okay. So this environment also having the servers. So this environment also having the servers. Finally, we will deploy it on the production environment. So what this is a production environment. In the production environment also, so we will deploy our application. Production env. In this production env also, so we have a servers. We have a two servers. So one is app server, the other one is app server and DB server. So what this is? This is the app server and the DB server. So this is a app server and this is the DB server. app server, DB server. So how many environments we have? In the development stage, we have a one environment, that is a development environment. In the QA, the testing stage. So who will these guys? These are the testers also will test the application. Okay, so this is nothing but a testing environment. This is nothing but a production environment. So how many environments we have, guys? We have a three environments. So we have a three environments. So one is non-prod environment, non-prod and prod environment. So in the non-prod environment, how many environments are there? So we have a QA environment and we have a development environment. In the production environment, there is a live environment. So this is nothing but a real-time environments, guys. Guys, understood? So how many environments we have? So we have a two environments. One is non-production and the other one is production. So in the non-development team, development and QA team will be testing their application in the which environment, guys? Non-production environment. So which environment? Non-prod environment. This is a non-prod environment. Okay. So yesterday we did not discuss about the data center, right? We'll show you. Yeah. Okay. So new one, don't save. Yeah. So yesterday we discussed about the environments, right? So we bought the servers in the home. So what is this? Dell PowerEdge. Dell PowerEdge servers, guys. These are the Dell PowerEdge servers. We'll take this server. Which server we want to take? The small server, I will take it, guys. R710. Yeah, this is the server, for example. So this server, copy. Yeah, so we deployed our application in the home, right? So we deployed our application in the home, but home having only one power backup and only one internet backup. So only one power backup and only internet backup. This is the app server and this is a DB server. What this is? This is the app server and this is the DB server. So this is our home environment. You deployed our application in this environment. This is the WhatsApp job jar. So you deployed this environment in the home. So and you provided a one power backup and this is the one internet backup and only one power backup. Only one internet backup and only one power backup. So something like if internet goes down, the site will not be reached. The site cannot be reached. If the power goes down, the site will not be reached. So initially there is no power failure or a internet failure. So something like so 1 week, 5 days, there is no power backup and there is no the internet failures. So every day 10 people are sign up this account and 50,000 people are signing up from 1 to 5 days. After sixth day, so the power will goes down from every 1 hour and the internet will will goes down on every 2 hours, right? So every 2 hours. So that's time. So we need a solution. We need a solution who will provide the continuous power and internet backups, right? So we searched and we figure out. So data center is the solution. They will provide the, what is that? data center. The solution is data center. So what they are providing? They are providing uptime. They are providing uptime 99.99999999%. 99%. So they will provide the multiple internet backups and they will provide the multiple power backups, internet backups and power backups. So now, so what is data center? Data center is nothing but they will provide the rental. They will provide the rental space for to keep our servers in the data center. What they are providing? They are providing a rental space for to keep our servers. Guys, now you understood? So what is a data center? I will show you the data center. Data in Hyderabad, the data centers are control. Yes, data center. What is that, guys? Control as data center. You see? Yeah. This is the control as data center. This control data center is in Hyderabad. So this control data center is in Hyderabad. Okay. So what they are providing? They are providing the rental space for to keep our servers. So what this you see, guys? So this is the data centers. What they are providing? They are providing the rentals. These all are the servers. What they are providing? They are providing the rental space for to keep our servers. You see here, guys. So these are the racks. What they are providing? They are providing the racks. So to keep our servers. To keep our servers. The data centers provides the racks. See, guys, so these all are the racks and servers. They are providing the multiple internet and multiple power backups. Multiple internet and multiple power backups. These all are the data centers. These all are the data centers. And the data center, what they are providing? They are providing the racks for to keep our servers. To keep our servers. Guys, understood? Yeah, these all are the racks. So what they are providing? They are providing the racks for a rental space to keep our servers. So not only Control S is the Asia's largest rated 4 data center. Not only Control S, so we have a NetMagic rack space, NetMagic data center. So this is the NetMagic data center. So NetMagic data centers and rack space also. Rack space data center. You see, guys, these all are the data centers. This is the rack space. This is the rack space data center. Okay. So now you understood, right? So what they are providing? They are providing a rental space for to keep our servers. To keep our servers. Now you understood? The data center. Yep. So how many environments we need, guys? How many environments we need? We need 3 environments, right? How many environments we need? We need 3 environments. What are those? Dev environment, QA environment, and production environment. This QA and dev environment, we call it as a non-prod environment, and production environment is nothing but a live environment. So we are using the servers, right? We are using our application, something like either Facebook, WhatsApp, or Instagram, whatever the application we are seeing from the over the internet, those all are the production applications. That production applications will be deployed under the production environment. So the dev environment only uses the development team, and QA environment and integration environment will uses the only testers QA team, and the production environment will use the end user. So if there is any impact or something like if you keep your server in the production, if you keep your production server in our home, right? So there might be a chance of losing people because of, so in our home we have only one power backup and only one internet backup. So if power goes down, the application will goes down, right? So that is the reason our production environment will be running on 24 by 7. And so the production environment, for example, Facebook ads, advertisements, they are asking to play advertisements on some particular time. So on that particular time, your internet goes down, the application is not working. That time is the advertisement is playing or not, guys? The advertisement is not running. So the whoever provides the advertisement, they will not provide the revenue. They will not give the revenue. So there is a business impact. So if the for a production server goes down, there will be a business impact on the production server, production environment, right? So in the non-production environment, how many people are working on the non-production? Two people are working in the dev environment, two people are working in the testing environment. Is this application is running on the production server? No, there is no impact on the non-production environment. So there might be some lose of data. So right, definitely we can retrieve the data. So there is no business impact in the non-production environment, dev 1 QA environment. So the business impact will be on the production environment, right? So we need to run the servers. We need to run the production servers on 24 by 7. So 24 by 7. Guys, now we understood the real-time environments. So how many environments? The application will be deployed on the dev environment. The application will be deployed on the QA environment. The application will be deployed on the production environment. So the development team, they develop the code and test it in the development environment. Once the development environment is done, they will deploy it on the QA environment. QA environment will be used by the testing people. The testing people will test it on the QA environment. Something like, for example, Facebook sign up button. The sign up button is not working while deployed on the integration environment. Again, the QA team will inform to the development team the sign up button is not working. Again, the development team will work on the bug. For example, that is the bug. Who figured out that bug? The QA team figured out that bug in the QA environment. Again, then they will send it to the development team. So this is having this is having a bug. So we will not move these changes to the production environment, because if you moving those changes in the production environment, so in the production environment also the sign up button will not work, right? So before moving to the production environment, QA team will validate the changes in the lower environments, non-production environments, integration environment. Okay, so if they will give the sign off, then we will deploy it on the production environment. We will deploy it on the production environment. Guys, got it? So where we are keeping our servers? We are keeping our servers in the data center. We are keeping our servers in the data center, right? For example, this is the data center. This is the environment. Okay, so for example, this is a data center. So what this is? This is the data center or on-premise environment. What is this? This is the data center or on-premise. So on-premise environment. Data center or on-premise environment. Okay, so yeah, this is the development and this is the QA environment. This is the production environment. What this is? This is a production environment. Right. So here we install the OS, Linux OS called as a CentOS 9. Here also we installed the CentOS 9. Here also we installed the CentOS 9. Here also we installed the CentOS. Here also we installed the CentOS 9. Here also we install the CentOS 9. Right. On top of CentOS 9, we need to install the Java Tomcat. Right. Java and web server Tomcat. What is that? Web server Tomcat. So here we install the database called as a Oracle, whatever it may be. So we have a number of databases. So we can install these once we install the OS. So right, who will do this? Will do this on operations team. Will do this. Who will do this? The operation team will install the CentOS 7, Java, web servers, and Oracle databases, everything. So on top of this, they will deploy the application. They will deploy the application. So the application will send the information to the database server. So the sign up information, right? The first name, last name, username, password, everything will be stored under the database server. Application server is only for the front end. So it will not store any data in the application server. The data will be stored in the database server only. Database server only. So right, we have a 3 environments. We have a 6 servers. We need 6 servers. Guys, understood? So now you understood the real-time environments, right? Non-prod, and prod. This is a non-prod and prod environment. So what this is? This is a dev environment, dev env. So this is a QA env or staging QA, UAT, whatever it may be. This is a live production environment. This is the production environment. Guys, understood? So finally, if you are seeing it in the production, right? So before that, so we need to test it in the QA. Before that, we need to develop the code. Guys, now we understood the real-time environments. Guys, understood?
Yes, sir. Understood.
Yep, very cool.
Yes, sorry. Understood.
Yeah. So next, we'll discuss about the. So we'll discuss about the virtualization. All these all are the physical servers, right? These all are the physical server. So this is also physical server. This is also physical server, right? Yeah. So this is also physical server. So this is also a physical server, and this is also a physical server. So this is also a physical server, and this is also a physical server, right? For the production, so how many people are using this server? These servers are using, this is the huge resources. This server having the huge resources. Resources is nothing but a RAM, CPU, hard disk. What is that? RAM, CPU, and hard disk. So how much GB of a RAM we have? Something like 256 GB of a RAM, and CPU 20 core CPU, and the hard disk is something like a 2 TB or a 3 TB hard disk, right? For the production servers, we need this much amount of the resources because of multiple people are accessing this server. So for example, every server they will set the U limit. What is that, guys? U limit. What is a U limit? U limit is nothing but a U limit is nothing but a user limit. So this server capacity is how many people we can access this server? 20,000 people we can access this server because of the RAM CPU, right? If you above 20,000 people, definitely it will be hanging. It will be hang. So you already know, right, guys? Our 10th results, 10th or something like a inter results. So inter results, that time the server is not reaching. We are unable to fetch the results because of multiple hits. So something like a thousands of hits, thousands of So thousands of hits comes into this server at a time, but this server is unable to take the the hits. Something like the capacity of the server is 20,000, but how many people at a time? 1 lakh people are trying to access this website. Definitely, it will be a impact on the RAM CPU. So the server is in hung state, or it will be in a hang state, right? So that is the reason every server having their own U limit. They will set the U limit, user limit. So this server will access 20,000 people. Will access 20,000 people. Okay. For example, so this is also 20,000, this is also 20,000. But in the non-production environment, how many people are working on every environment? So for example, this is U limit of the server. So the U limit of the server is, the U limit of the server is 20,000. So how many people can access the server? 20,000, 20,000, 20,000 people. But how many people are using this server, guys? How many QA team? How many development team? So we have only 2 developers work on this product. So work on this product. So do we need this much resource amount of servers? Guys, do we need this much resource amount of servers for the QA and dev? So we don't need, right? Only 2 people are using, but this capacity is 20,000 people. But the cost of the server is, for each server we have a 5 lakhs, guys. 5 lakhs plus 5 lakhs. 5 lakhs plus 5 lakhs equal to 20 lakh, 10 lakhs. Okay, 10 lakhs. And for keeping the rental space, we are buying the rental space to keep our servers in the data center, right? So they're also charging 10 lakhs per year, per annum. So how much cost per year? So we have a 20 lakhs cost, 20 lakhs, 20 lakhs, 40 lakhs, 60 lakhs. So but the revenue we are getting something like a 40 lakhs only. We are getting 40 lakhs. So we have a burden. We have a so something like we have a burden amount of 20 lakh rupees, right? So is there any possibility to reduce the cost? Reduce the cost or cost reduction. Cost reduction or reduce the cost. Is there any possibility? So these all are the physical servers, right? The solution called as a virtualization. What is the solution, guys? The solution call it as a virtualization. So what is virtualization? Guys, the solution call it as a virtualization. So what is virtualization? Does anyone knows? Guys, does anyone knows what is virtualization? Raj or Narendra? Narendra, I think you know, right?
Yeah, virtualization.
Yeah. Physical, the physical enhancement, the innovation thought. So this is the physical, right? The physical innovation thought comes into the picture. That reduces the cost from physical to virtualization 90%. So what is a virtualization? So this is the physical, right? Yep. So this is the physical, and a big innovative thoughts comes into the picture. The virtualization comes into the picture. So what is this, guys? Virtualization. So what is virtualization? So what is virtualization? And 90% of cost reduces from physical to virtual. Physical server and virtual servers. Virtualizations. Innovation thought. Innovation thought comes into the picture. So what is physical and what is virtualization? Yeah, guys, I will tell you, no worries. Yeah. So what is the resources of this server, guys? The resources of this server is something like RAM is 256 or 128 GB RAM. 256 and CPU central processing 20 core CPU, and HDD is a hard disk is, for example, 2 TB. 2 TB. I don't want this much amount of resources for the development and the QA environment because of So how many people are accessing this environment? Only two people are accessing this environment. Okay, so at least we need a RAM of 4 GB is enough. 4 GB is enough. CPU 1 core or 2 core is enough. HDD hard disk is at least 20 GB is enough for 20 GB is enough for the server, right? So I don't want this much amount of resources. Just I need this much amount of resources. So how we can achieve it? By virtualization. So virtualization is a concept. So virtualization is a bare metal software. What is this, guys? A bare metal software. So this bare metal software, what is bare metal software? Your Android is a bare metal software. Your Android OS is a bare metal software. So underlying OS. So what is bare metal? I will show you. So this is the virtualization, and underlying virtualization, they install the OS. How we can interact with this hardware, guys? Definitely OS. For example, Linux OS is installed. Linux OS is installed, and he created a software for using the resources and creating a number of virtual machines. He created a software. He created a software and combined both and released as a bare metal software. Bare metal released as a bare metal software, right? So this software is related to virtualization. So what is a virtualization? So what is a virtualization? So virtualization is the process that allows a computer to share its the hardware resources with multiple digitally separated environments. So digitally separated environment. Each virtualized environment runs within a isolated allocated resources such as memory, processing, and storage. Memory, processing, and storage. You see, guys, I will show you. One second, I will show you. K8s. Dakar. Yeah. So the virtualization. So the virtualization, we can create the hypervisor on top of the OS. We created as a virtualization OS, and on we can create the number of virtual machines based on the resources. We can create the number of virtual machines. This is one virtual mission. This is one virtual mission. This one is one virtual mission. We created a 3 virtual mission. Underlying a created a hypervisor. He created a hypervisor OS or installed the bare metal OS. Who provided that OSs, virtualization softwares? The VMware company created a virtualization software, and Oracle company also created a virtualization softwares. Multiple OS in a same mission, easy maintenance and recovery, lower total cost of the ownership. It will be a cost will be very low. Okay, very low. Yeah. So this bare metal software, virtualization software created. So which companies are created? VMware company created the VMware virtualization software, and Oracle company created OVM, Oracle Virtual Machine Software. These two companies are created the softwares for the virtualization. So for the virtualization. So on top of the server, you first install the Oracle Virtual Machine, and based on the resources, you can create a number of virtual machines. Number of virtual machines. So for example, so this is the server, right? This server, so we installed the virtualization, and we created the number of OSS. OSS means virtual machines. So for example, so we installed here CentOS 9. So we installed here Red Hat 9 Windows Server 2012 or 2020. Okay, so these all are the we can install the Ubuntu. So here we install the Oracle Linux. So Oracle Linux. These all are the VMs. VM is nothing but a virtual machine. What is this, guys? VM is nothing but a virtual machine. Based on the resources, they will created the virtual machines. For example, this virtual machine contains this much GB of RAM. This virtual machine contains this much GB of RAM, this much GB of RAM, this much GB of RAM, this much GB of RAM. So we can run your QA and development environment in one server. So we can run QA and development environment in one server. Right? Here 10 lakhs we need to pay. Here we can pay. So we can run the 10 servers, each server having 1 lakh. So we will pay 1 lakh per server. So 1 lakh. Here we will pay 10 lakhs per server. Here we will pay 1 lakh per server. So the 90% of the cost reduction happened from physical to virtualization. From physical to virtualization. Guys, now you understood? So why virtualization came into the picture? The virtualization came into picture because of so we don't need this much resources for the non-production environment. So how we can achieve achieve this by using a virtualization concept. By using this virtualization concept. Guys, understood? Now you understood the virtualization, right? Yeah. 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 So which OS are you installing? Which laptop are you using, guys? Which laptop are you using in our phone? Which laptop are you using? Guys, which laptop are you using? Lenovo or HP? Right? Few of them are, etc. So which OS is installed on your machine, guys? Which OS is installed? Windows 10 or 11. Okay, so Windows 10 or 11. I want to install Linux on my machine, on my laptop. So how you can use you can install the virtualization software. Which virtualization software? So we can install the Oracle virtualization software. Oracle VirtualBox software. This is a virtualization software. If you install the virtualization software, right? So for example, your resources having RAM is 16 GB. How much GB? RAM is 16 GB. CPU is something like a 12 core or something like a hard disk is. So for example, 500 GB. Hard disk is so 500 GB. This is your configuration. This is your laptop configuration, right? For Windows, how much it will take? It will take 4 GB of RAM. For Windows, it will take RAM 4 GB and CPU is 4 core CPU and hard disk is for example 100 GB. Okay, 100 GB. So we have a 12 GB of a RAM, we have a 8 CPU and we have a 400 GB of a hard disk, right? So if you install the Oracle VirtualBox on your laptop, it will it will be releases the resources. It will release the resources and you can install the number of OSs based on your resources. What is that? Based on your resources. Okay. For example, I am installing a CentOS 9 on mission under Red Hat 9 on mission or something like a Ubuntu or Windows on my machine. Ubuntu or Windows on my machine, right? I will show you Oracle VirtualBox. So this is the Oracle VirtualBox software. If you install the Oracle VirtualBox software on your laptop, you can install the number of virtual machines based on your RAM and CPU. For example, if you want to install Red Hat 9, so the resources are hardware. So something like, so how much GB of a RAM I have? I have a 16 GB of a RAM and I have a 8 core CPU. I'm using 1 core CPU for this server and 2 GB RAM for this server. Okay, so hardware and hard disk. Hard disk, how much I'm using? I have a 2 TB of hard disk. I'm using 20 TB. Okay, so you can create like this. You can create it and you can install the OSs. So tomorrow we'll show you how to install the OS. Okay, guys, understood? Having any doubts,
Yes, sir.
guys?
No, sir.
No hurry.
All right, we're good,
No.
right?
Yes.
Yep, guys. So we'll continue from tomorrow, guys. So I will show you how to install the OS CentOS 9 on your VirtualBox, and I will show you how to install the VirtualBox. Then we'll show you. So we'll tell you the Linux file system. Linux file system hierarchy. Okay. So tomorrow we'll show you these topics, guys. So that installation of virtual machine, installation of OVM, Oracle Virtual Machine, and CentOS 9 installation, and the Linux file system hierarchy. We'll show you these topics on tomorrow. Okay, guys?
Yes,
Yep, guys. Yep.
Okay.
Thank you, guys. So we'll continue from tomorrow.
Okay.
thank you, sir.
Yep.